Hello and welcome to Ames in Focus, the podcast that brings you closer to the people and programs that make our community thrive. I'm Bill Gebhart with Communications and Outreach at the City of Ames. Today we're talking about a place you probably think you know well, but during the summer it becomes something a little different, a little busier, a little louder, and for a lot of families a go-to destination when school is out and routines start to shift. So what exactly happens at the Ames Public Library this time of year, and why does it matter so much for our community? We're about to find out. Joining us today are Brianne Anderson, Youth Services Manager at the Ames Public Library, and Danielle Ziegler, Youth Librarian. Bree, Danielle, welcome to Ames in Focus.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
So Bree, let's start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, your role at the library, and how you came to Ames Public Library?
So I've been here about 16 years now, and been the manager about four and a half. It's been fun. Was a librarian like Danielle for many years before that. But I'm an Iowa State grad. So undergrad was here, grew up in Eldora, not too far from here. So Central Iowa is my jam, right? Like it's great.
You've just been here.
Yeah. We moved so I could get my master's at UW-Madison and then came back. So absolutely love it here. Was able to jump right back into the community when we got to come back after grad school and have, invested ever since. So my kids go to school here and, we love the community.
And right after grad school, you went straight to Ames Public Library.
Yeah. So my library story is my husband and I were packing up our house and selling it so that we could move to Wisconsin to go to grad school back in a time before, online school and stuff like that. Right.
You had to go there.
I did. And there was a youth services librarian job open at the Ames Public Library. And I remember turning the laptop to him and showing him the job and thinking, this is why we're moving, because this is the job I want. And I'm not qualified for it yet. Right. So we were a little disappointed because, what were the chances? Fast forward 2 years, the job opens up again. So I take a final, drive back here, interview, go back, finish finals, and, a month later in the job again. So it was absolutely perfect timing.
Yeah, meant to be, right?
Meant to be.
You thought you missed it, but you didn't.
Totally
It was waiting for you.
Yep.
I think that's great. Well, Danielle, same kind of question for you. What got you interested in library work and what brought you to the APL?
All right. So I have been a big reader ever since I was, 4 or 5. But when I was a snotty little kid, and so people would ask, well, Danielle, do you want to be a librarian when you grow up? And I would say, no, I don't like to alphabetize. But I grew up and I actually grew up in Minnesota and went to college over by Cedar Rapids at Cornell College. And I got my job at the Cole Library, which is a combination public and school, university library, college library. And I was like, oh, this is great. I love helping kids find board books. I even like shelving. I love talking to people about books. And the librarians are so cool.
And we are, totally.
Very much so. Very much so. And so I actually went straight to grad school after I graduated from Cornell and went to UW-Madison just a year before Bree. And then 17 years ago, I joined the Ames Public Library as a library assistant. And then worked for a few years, had a baby, and got the full-time librarian job then. And then my husband and I are like, this is pretty perfect because I grew up in Minnesota. He grew up in Nebraska. We're in the middle. We love living in the Midwest. This works great.
I remember my first day, I walked into APL and I saw Danielle there and I was like, hey, I know you. we had classes together.
Yes, we did.
It was great.
It was like, oh, good.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So I do have one question for you, Danielle. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about alphabetizing now?
I still have to sing the song. So actually, it's real common to walk down the rows of books at the library and hear someone singing or muttering the alphabet song. I still like it. I like, actually, I really like checking things off lists. So alphabetizing is something you're like, oh, I've put things in order. Check. On to the next thing.
All right. Yep. No, I like that. Okay, so let's dive into summer at the library. We're almost to summer, right? Just a couple weeks away from school being done and all of that. We know summer is a busy and exciting time. So what does summer programming look like overall? And what's an important focus for you guys?
We're just like, we are taking a breath and we are gearing up and getting ready. Because when kids aren't in school, they are at the library, which is amazing.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
But so fun.
Yeah. So we do have a summer reading program. So we kind of have two elements to summer. We have a whole bunch of programming for kids to do, but then we also have the actual reading program. And it's my favorite. I absolutely love it. It is so motivating for kids.
And adults. It's for 0 to whatever age you want to be. The Adult Services Program also have a wonderful reading program as
Absolutely.
well.
My wife does the reading program. She makes our kids do it too. She makes our kids do it, but she does it on her own as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we have prizes. Yeah, we have prizes for all ages.
Yeah.
So an adult comes in, they don't have to worry about getting a prize that a kid's going to get. Like we specifically have prizes for adults as well. So they get their own free book that they get to purchase. Kathy, one of the adult librarians, does an amazing job selecting prize books for the adults and stuff too. So there's a lot to come in and drive you in for. But basically, we're going to have you track your reading all summer. And at certain points along the way, you can come in and get a prize. You can do it at the bookmobile or at the library, either way. But it's just motivating. And then when you finish that, we've got an extra thing that you can keep doing to keep earning like tickets into a bonus prize drawing at the end of summer. So hopefully we have enough that throughout most of the summer, we're going to motivate you to be able to read.
How do people get signed up for the summer reading program?
Well, they can either do it online or they can come on in and talk to us at the desk or the Adult Services desk. Mm-hmm. And in fact, if you've done the summer reading before, we've already got you in the system. So all we're going to do is be like, oh my gosh, you're already in 4th grade. What happened? And
so they can go to amespubliclibrary.org and you can sign up there, or they could come in and just do it then. And then is it a tracker that you give people?
Yeah, we actually use a program called Beanstack, which is a software that is made for libraries to track reading program stuff. So we use it throughout the year for multiple programs like 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten, 12 to Try adult program kind of thing. But we get heavy use out of the summer. So you can download the Beanstack app and just track right on your phone. And then we just see that and you come in and pick up your prizes. Or if you choose to keep track on a piece of paper, because I know like my young kids like to see their progress on a piece of paper so that they can track and color in each box, bring that in, and then we'll just input it into Beanstack for you.
And we know that everyone likes a good incentive. So what are some examples? What kinds of prizes or rewards can we expect this year?
Yeah.
Well, I always like to call out my absolute favorite, and that is the free book. So that is always So that is the first prize. So after you
first prize for kids, and it's
for kids, the
last
third
prize for the adults.
for adults. So adults, we make you work just a little bit harder, but
Good.
Kids, we really want kids to walk away every year with a new book for their home library.
Yeah. Super grateful for the Ames Public Library Friends Foundation because they help provide the funds to be able to purchase all of the books and stuff. And there's a great supply. So also we try to have fun things like fidgets, or this year, both Great Plains and Dutch Oven have contributed towards the reading program. So we'll have cookies from Dutch Oven or a slice of pizza from Great Plains. So super happy for their support along the way. But lots of just choices, things to choose from. Iowa State Center usually gives kids an option that they can get a free ticket to go see one of the matinee shows around, when throughout the next season, things like that. So we try to have some experience prizes, but also some tangible things that they
take home, but as well as go to and learn more, because that's what the library is all about.
Absolutely.
Right? So beyond the fun, there's some real purpose behind encouraging reading during the summertime. So you said these words before. You said summer slide. So can you talk about the idea of summer slide and how this program can help to prevent that?
Sure. So think about summer and kids are outside, they're playing, they're doing all this wonderful stuff, but maybe they're not having the same amount of educational stimulation that maybe they got during the school year. And so when you go back to school, there's a loss of knowledge. You lose those skills, especially in grades 1 through 3, but it also happens as they grow older as well. And so just reading, whether it's reading fun books, reading nonfiction, I hate to say that, nonfiction is really fun as well. Yeah. So reading these books keep your skills up. And not only that, but like Bree said earlier, when we see kids in there for the summer, they're not picking out books because they have a project on whatever wax museum
Right.
character they have. They're there because they want to find something they want to read. And so, keeping that love of reading going during the summer really helps with reading motivation as they continue on.
Yeah. And, a lot of people have said, oh, you should do more educational programs during the summer, like make your reading program more like school-like and stuff like that. But that's not our goal, right? Our goal is to make it fun for kids so they want to do it. Because if they're reading magazines, if they're reading graphic novels, whatever, if they are reading, then you're keeping those skills up. And that's what we want to do.
Well, especially since once you get out of third grade, they say you start to read to learn rather than learn to read. So we want those kids, especially when they get fourth grade and up, we want their motivation to be such, we want their skills to be such that they can sit down and read an article for class when they're in high school and understand what's going on.
And I think that makes a lot of sense. Even just thinking about my own time in high school, I remember high school a little bit more than elementary school because I'm so far removed from elementary school. But any book that was assigned for me to read, I don't really remember a ton of, but I remember those ones that I picked up that I wanted to read on my own. And it's that idea of giving those kids something that they want to do, to be excited about reading. Like if it was more school structured, I don't think my kids would enjoy it at all. My wife does make them right now, but she would have to make them even more if it was that way.
Yeah. And it's not even like the forcing, like some of the books that kids read in school are fabulous
Absolutely.
books. My kids have come home and with
Amazing.
some awesome ones and stuff, but it's just because you're being told to read it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so that self-selection, that getting to choose for yourself is so valuable. And it's why when you get a prize book, you get to pick the book yourself. There's an entire cart that you come into and you pick that book because if you pick it, you have agency over that.
Absolutely. So when does the summer reading program officially start?
June 1st.
June 1st. There we go.
Yes,
So
yes.
we can, when the summer starts, we can start reading.
School here in Ames ends on Friday, and so we will start the reading program that next Monday.
Okay.
Yep.
And so a question that I just thought of off the top of my head is, what if I don't get signed up before June 1st? Can I jump in July?
Oh, yeah.
You actually can't sign up before June 1st.
Okay.
So you're not behind
Okay.
for once in your life, right?
Right, absolutely. I'm behind in everything else. But people can sign up later in the summer too?
We've had
Anytime.
kids sign up like a week before they end, and some of them have gotten quite a few prizes, I would say.
Yeah. I think how it's structured is we're just tracking how many minutes that you read it. And it's not per day. It's not whatever. So, if you need 100 minutes to get that first prize, well, even if you sign up late, that first prize is at least still approachable and accessible.
Even in the last week, probably, right?
Yep.
No, that makes sense. So that sounds great. Can't wait for the summer reading program to get started. Another exciting event this summer is also a pretty big milestone.
Yes.
Is Smiles, right? Smiles anniversary party.
Yeah. So 2 big elements of summer: reading program and programs. So Smiles is going to kick off our programming for the summer. So the first Tuesday there, June 9th, we're going to have a big celebration in our auditorium. We're actually having a dance party with a real DJ, which is amazing for kids to get to come and dance. Smiles will be there. We'll have cookies and craft activities and stuff like that. But Smiles is our library mascot, and he has been here for 20 years. So Project Smiles actually started in 2006. And Project Smiles is our outreach program that goes out to daycare centers, in-home daycares, preschools and stuff. We go to more than 90 sites every month. We take story times to them. We take library materials to them. And then the next month we change it all out and do it all again. And so it really helps touch the people in our community who can't get to the library on their own, right? Who don't have control over transportation and stuff. So Project Smiles has been an amazing program for the last 20 years. Smiles is the mascot of that program. So we're going to celebrate that.
Yeah, an anniversary party. It sounds so DJ. You said there's going to be some food.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Dancing will be fun.
Yes,
It's just
crafts.
going to be crafts. It's going to be a great time. No, that sounds like a lot of fun. I know that my kids will enjoy that as well. Okay, since I did move us into programs and events, right? You also have Terrific Tuesdays. So Danielle, what are those all about?
Terrific Tuesdays are amazing. I love them. So basically what that is almost every Tuesday at 10 a.m., we have an outside performer come. and they are so talented. So we have people who do science. We are going to have theater this year, like a Pirates theater. We're going to have some beatboxing, which I'm really bad at. But kids are amazing at. We have, we'll have reptiles in. We'll have just anything that you can think of, like performance-wise. We've got that this summer.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. And so it's going to be amazing. And so that's at 10 a.m. in our auditorium, and it's all ages. So if you have, a 1-year-old, come on in, give it a try, see if they like it. If they don't like it, you can always leave. That's the great thing about free summer library programs. You haven't paid anything, and we know what kids are like. So we understand if you have to leave.
And it's also at the library. So if they don't want to sit for whatever the show is, there's lots of other things to do at the library.
And sometimes that's the problem, is that they're used to coming to the library and there's all these fun toys and there's all these fun things, and they don't want to be in this room when they know all this other fun stuff is out there. So it's fine. Come and go as you need. But some of the performers are amazing. And like, how often do kids actually get to see a live magician, right? Like they watch YouTube videos, they see things like that, but this is in person, and there's nothing better than magic and science and stuff in real life.
Explosions.
Yes.
I don't know. My kids still talk about the time one of them got to like have a dove like come out of her ear or something. Yeah. And this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. And one of them brings live reptiles to the library and then does this whole thing. And then you can come up and like touch the snakes and like see the turtles and the iguanas and stuff. It's cool.
So it's really cool that Terrific Tuesdays, so it sounds like something is happening every week because of, or almost every week because of Terrific Tuesdays. How do you approach creating programming so that you can appeal to everybody, to all the kids and even the adults, like you guys said, it's kind of all ages? How do you create that programming?
Yeah, we really try to have a very intentional plan going into summer and year round that we're trying to hit all ages. Like we have our core programs, right? We are always going to have story times for babies, for toddlers, for preschoolers. Like that will happen year round, minus a couple weeks for breaks, but like year round, because that's the core of what we do. So that also is happening this summer. But then like this summer is an opportunity for us to hit all ages. So we hit, Terrific Tuesdays gives you something for school age kids. We also have Kids Summer Blast. We can talk about that a little bit for more of those older school age kids. Teen programming. Our teen librarian, Jenya, is amazing and has a whole lineup of really awesome things for teens. But then adults, right? Like our adult services group has events and programs. They're bringing in all kinds of community partners, Ames History Museum, all kinds of things that come in to have some really fascinating programs. So it's a matter of like, how do we balance it all? But we want to make sure everybody in every age has something provided for them that they have an opportunity to come in and connect with.
And there's always a ton of things happening at the library. So something for everyone all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
So for families who may be new to Ames or haven't visited the library in a while, what would you say to encourage them to check out these summer programs we've been talking about?
Say it's super fun. We would love to see you come on in. Like we were saying, we have something for everybody, all ages. If you've got a fourth grader, a 3-year-old, whoever you have at your house, you come on in. We've got something for you, and we'd love to see you.
Yeah, everything is all listed on our website. So you can go to our events calendar and see whatever week is coming up, whatever day's coming up. It's all, you can... If you have little kids and you don't want to see what adults is, you can filter it so you're only seeing kids stuff kind of thing. So it's pretty approachable and accessible. But yeah, and if you ever have questions, we're happy to explain anything, anytime. So give us a call, stop in, pick up a calendar. Yep.
They are very nice at the library. I can attest to that. And I'm not just saying that because they're sitting right here, but they are. And also, yeah, like you said, your website is great for events. So amespubliclibrary.org, right on the top, there's an events calendar. It opens into a calendar layout, which we use that in this office all the time as we're trying to plan different things that we're doing here too. So definitely easy. And then you click into the event, you can get all the details.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, is there anything else you guys would like the community to know about what's happening at the library this summer?
I would like to highlight 2 programs that we haven't talked about yet, if we could. So one is Swift Writers Workshop. the Ames Writers Collective partners with us on this, has done it the last few summers. My daughter did it last summer and had an absolutely wonderful experience. It's a week-long writing workshop meant for teens, and they bring in people to help run it that do like writing prompts and do collage work and all kinds of poetry and things like that. And so every day they get to kind of write and experience something different. And then at the end of the week, they get to like pick their best thing that everybody has shared with each other in this really positive experience. And then it gets kind of published and put together. So last year was the first year she did it, but she put a book together and we got a book of this. It was absolutely incredible. So
that's very cool.
If you have writers or creative folk in your family and teens, I highly want to recommend the Swift Writers Workshop. But we also have other things like Vision to Learn is coming. They are a nonprofit that came a couple times last summer, and it was so successful that they're coming back like double the amount this summer. We've got information on our website. June 4th is the first one, but basically anybody who is 18 and younger who needs a vision exam and then might possibly need glasses, you get a free exam and a free pair of glasses.
Wow.
So it's an incredible partnership with the nonprofit to be able to make that happen. So I think just like if I could tell anybody about things that happen at the library, it's that you never know what needs you have that the library might be able to fulfill, right? And so it's always worth stopping in, talking to us, checking out our website, kind of things, because like you don't think about vision exams when you think about the library, but you could totally do that and get that taken care of for your kids, and it's super valuable.
Okay, so before I let you go, we have been ending our second season with some quick rapid fire questions. They're just for fun. You can just say the first thing that comes to your mind. You guys game to do it?
Oh, definitely.
Bring it on.
Okay, let's start with, what is your favorite childhood book?
Anne of Green Gables, Lucy Maud Montgomery.
I don't know how you can ask a children's librarian this question.
That's what we do here. These are the hard-hitting questions. These are the hard-hitting questions.
Okay. If I had to pick a picture book, I'd say Mike Mulligan and the Steam Shovel.
Okay.
Fond memories of reading
Awesome.
that.
I was expecting you to just say yes.
Yes.
Favorite children's book.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Whereas I named my daughter from that book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
My daughter actually just finished reading that because she wants to watch the movie, right? There's a movie of this.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
So. Okay. How about this? What is your favorite go-to summer activity?
Anything outside, like hiking, swimming.
I like to do all those things too, but I like to read in my hammock.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Coffee.
Do you need the caffeine for all the
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I actually drink decaf. I just like the flavor.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
If I could have tea in my coffee for that extra, like
The boost.
put a tea bag in that coffee, only during summer though.
Yeah. But it seems pretty busy. Seems like you guys could use that. So what is the best part about working at the library?
Oh, the people. 100%.
She stole mine.
Oh, okay. I guess you guys can have the same answer. All right. And since we've been talking about programming and the summer at the library, what's one word to describe summer at the library?
Exciting.
Oh, mine's too. Controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos.
Yes.
Well, hyphenate it, and then it can just be one.
Yes. There you go.
I like that.
Perfect.
Well, Brianne and Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today and for all the work you do to make the library such a vibrant part of our community, especially during the summer months.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
And to our listeners, if you'd like to learn more about everything happening at the Ames Public Library this summer, be sure to check out amespubliclibrary.org. Whether you're looking to stay sharp, stay busy, or just stay cool for a while, the library has you covered. And who knows, might even leave with a few books or a few surprises. Be sure to follow us on social media for updates, and don't forget to subscribe to Ames in Focus and leave a review. Thanks for listening, and remember, if things get a little too quiet at home this summer, you know where to go. That's the library. Until next time, take care.
Ames in Focus is a City of Ames podcast.